In 2014, Dunzo emerged as a beacon of promise in India's startup ecosystem, poised to revolutionize the logistics industry. Armed with a vision to provide on-demand delivery services across the nation, Dunzo quickly garnered attention and acclaim. However, despite securing over $200 million in funding and experiencing rapid expansion, Dunzo's journey took an unexpected turn, culminating in its cessation of operations in 2023. We embark on an exploration of Dunzo's rise and fall, seeking to unravel the enigma behind the demise of this once prominent startup. Dunzo emerged during a period when urban life in India was markedly different. Back then, the notion of hyperlocal delivery was virtually non-existent, and having food delivered to your doorstep was a novelty for many Indians. In the same year that Dunzo began, Zomato initiated its food delivery service, while Swiggy was still refining the initial version of its app. At the age of 30, Kabir Biswas, having experienced limited success with his first startup, Hooper, a location-based coupon service akin to Groupon but operated via SMS, found himself contemplating his next venture following its acquisition by Hike. Drawing inspiration from Uber, Kabir conceived the idea of an app that could streamline various tasks with just a single click. He shared this concept with 3 friends who joined him as co-founders. Dunzo's inception was humble, starting as a WhatsApp group where users could request tasks to be completed. In the early stages, Kabir personally handled these requests, often working tirelessly from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. It was during one of these deliveries that Kabir crossed paths with Sahil Kini of Light Rock, who subsequently became Dunzo's first investor. After securing funding, Dunzo experienced rapid growth. Over the following 6 years, their monthly orders surged from a mere 15,000 in 2016 to surpassing 2 million by 2021, a staggering 130-fold increase. However, this expansion came with its challenges, notably evident in their financials. Between the fiscal years of 2018 and 2021, Dunzo generated just $1.05 million in revenue. Yet, their losses soared to over $8.99 million. In essence, for every rupee earned, Dunzo was losing 0.090. During this period, their primary focus was on increasing their subscriber base. The landscape of Indian hyperlocal delivery underwent a significant transformation in 2020. Despite Dunzo nearly doubling its active users from 2.7 million in 2019 to 5.1 million in 2020, their financial situation began to improve. For the first time since 2018, in the fiscal year of 2021, Dunzo's losses started to shrink while revenue continued to climb. However, at this juncture, Dunzo identified a new opportunity: quick commerce. With a substantial customer base and delivery infrastructure already in place, they seized upon this billion-dollar prospect. Securing a substantial $40 million funding round, they launched Dunzo Daily to tap into this market. Unfortunately, this new venture ultimately became a significant factor in Dunzo's downfall. Quick commerce demanded a distinct infrastructure, relying on dark stores in high-density areas for swift deliveries, a departure from Dunzo's hyperlocal model. To compete, they needed to invest heavily in building hundreds of these dark stores, a task made challenging by their ongoing struggle to make their hyperlocal business profitable. Moreover, Dunzo faced fierce competition in the quick commerce arena, with rivals like Swiggy's Instamart, Zomato's Blinkit, and others vying for market share. Despite raising over $400 million between FY20 and FY23 and opening around 130 dark stores, Dunzo's presence in the quick commerce segment remained minimal. Ultimately, their funds depleted, and they failed to secure a significant market share. In early 2022, despite raising a $240 million funding round led by Reliance, Dunzo met its demise, unbeknownst to them at the time. In 2020, Dunzo scored big with a whopping $45 million in its Series D funding round, with Reliance Industries taking the lead. This hefty investment pushed Dunzo's total funding beyond the 78 million mark. Reliance had its eye on Dunzo for a reason. They saw it as a golden opportunity to amp up their new commerce venture, JioMart. The plan was to leverage Dunzo's network to place orders for JioMart, aiming for seamless integration. But here's the twist. Dunzo faced a rough patch, trying to make this deal work in their favor. Integrating into JioMart's system turned out to be a longer process than expected. Despite having the backing of a giant conglomerate like Reliance, Dunzo couldn't bounce back from the loss of users and orders. They simply couldn't seize the day and make the most of the immense opportunities this hefty funding agreement brought their way. Dunzo's early rise stemmed mainly from dishing out hefty discounts, rather than offering users a compelling reason to stick around. When they pull the plug on those discounts, they lose the folks who hopped on board solely for the sweet savings. Dunzo scored big on funds but stumbled without a profit plan. Ditching their concessions was a reckless move, leading to a massive nosedive. They neglected to trial run new strategies, opting for a risky all-or-nothing approach. In the wild world of business, it's crystal clear that having a steady hand at the helm is absolutely crucial for steering towards long-term success. But here's the kicker. Before going all in across the board, it's savvy to test out strategies on a small scale first. Why? Because it helps dial down the risk factor. And hey, here's a hot tip. Just because you buddy up with big players doesn't automatically mean you'll skyrocket to success, unless you can fuse into their world at warp speed. When it comes to growth, sustainability is the name of the game, and having a roadmap jam-packed with revenue-generating ideas is way better than just making do with minor concessions. Oh, and here's a juicy nugget. Instead of trying to be everywhere at once, focusing on nailing it in a handful of cities first can work wonders for your bottom line. But let's keep it real. Taking on the big guns in the industry without a killer unique selling point is like bringing a toothpick to a sword fight. And last but not least, sometimes it's way smarter to ditch the old playbook and dive headfirst into new business models, rather than stubbornly clinging to a sinking ship. Dunzo's tale serves as a cautionary beacon in the ever-evolving landscape of business. It underscores the importance of strategy, adaptation, and, above all, sustainability. As we reflect on Dunzo's journey, let's heed the lessons it imparts. Innovate wisely, test meticulously, and never underestimate the power of a solid plan. After all, in the dynamic realm of startups, it's not just about seizing the day. It's about steering a course towards enduring success. If you enjoyed watching the video, don't forget to like and share. For more such content, subscribe to our channel right away. See you soon in the next video.